Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Green Glow Gourmet. I'm your host, Roxanne, and for today's recipe, we will be making Chickpea Crunch Supreme. So I will tell you what the ingredients are, I will tell you how I made it, some alternative ways to make it, and what I would do differently next time. So chickpeas are a legume, which is not the same as a bean. Chickpeas are legumes, which means plant type, but a bean is a legume. So I just thought I'd give you that information. So the recipe calls for 1 can of chickpeas, and I poured it in a large mixing bowl. I rinsed it with cold water, and then I took 2 tablespoons of the aquafaba, which I've talked about before in other videos. The aquafaba is the liquid that's in the can of chickpeas, and it's also a great egg replacer. And so that I don't waste the rest of the liquid, what I do is I pour the rest of it in a small jar, I label it, and I put it in the freezer. So then if I ever need aquafaba for baking, I already have some in the freezer, I can just thaw it out. So after you put the chickpeas and the aquafaba, you mix it, you put the mixing bowl aside. I took a small bowl and I poured in everything but the bagel seasoning. And what this has in it, instead of, if you don't have this, I'll tell you what it has in it if you have the separate ingredients. It's sesame seeds, sea salt, minced garlic, minced onion, black sesame seeds, and poppy seeds. If you have the everything but the bagel seasoning, this is all you'll need. I did add 1 teaspoon of ground cumin in with it and mix that in as well. You don't have to do that. If you don't have the everything but the bagel seasoning, you would just take 1 teaspoon of ground cumin if you choose to use it, 2 teaspoons of white sesames, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of minced onion, 1 teaspoon black sesame seeds, and 1/2 teaspoon of poppy seeds. As you can see, it's much easier if you just get this seasoning. It has everything in there but the cumin that you can add. So afterwards, what I did was I put the seasoning in, mixed it all together, and then I put it on a silicone mat, which you can get these on Amazon. They're very inexpensive. If you're using the silicone mat, great for cleanup. Just make sure it's on a pan. You never want to put a silicone mat in the oven or any appliance without having your pan underneath. So I laid it out on the silicone mat. I made sure it was spread out, that they were not stuck together, they were not on top of each other. Spread it out, put it in the oven. It called for 350 for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, it was not crunchy enough. So I turned it up to 400 and cooked it for another 10 minutes. Then I took it out. I poured some more seasoning on top because I like a lot of the seasoning. And here you go. These are a great snack. It has a great crunch to it. You can store it in the refrigerator for a few days. It will be fine. You can take it out and eat it cold. If you do want it warmed up, I do not own a microwave. I don't microwave either, but you could put it in the microwave. I don't know if it's going to keep that crunch texture. It would probably be better to heat it up in an oven or an air fryer if you have one. That is one thing I would definitely do differently next time. I would make these in the air fryer. I would put it on 400 degrees and I would start watching it every 5 minutes, because in the air fryer things get done much quicker, and 1 minute it's not done and the next it's burnt. So just make sure to keep a close eye if you're using an air fryer. I did want to tell you about that. Chickpeas are very high in protein and fiber, vitamins and minerals. It is a great snack. You can make hummus out of chickpeas. There's so many different things you can do. It's such a versatile legume. I love it. And that is really it. If you're interested in individual or group coaching, please go to my website, www.greenglowcoaching.com. Make sure to tune in weekly for new recipes. Next time, I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm going to be making a non-alcoholic vegan eggnog, and I'm also going to be making a vegan cheese ball that you can take to parties that nobody will know that it's vegan. You don't have to tell them, because if you do, they probably won't even try it, because that's just unfortunately how some people are. So I would definitely suggest don't say anything and see what people say. See if they like it. You don't have to say any dish that you make is vegan or plant-based. You can just put it out, say this is what you brought, and then if somebody asks, you can just give them the recipe. Don't even label it as vegan. Just tell them it's chickpeas, everything but the bagel, seasoning, very easy to make. So I love it. I hope you try it. Please comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like me to make for you. I'm happy to do that as well. If you have questions, place them below. Please like and share the videos. And here's to a healthier you. I'll see you next week.